Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everyone. If I could get everyone's attention. Shh. Good morning. Good morning. They always get on me for not starting on time. I normally want to start too quick. I've got starting time. Glad to have you all here this morning. I hereby call this meeting to order. And we have several guests today, so if you would, I'd like to introduce our special guest, Mike Patterson. I saw him, Mike, formerly Secretary of the Transportation Department. Andrea Ball of the Oklahoma Transit Association. I toured your bus a while ago, and I'm really impressed. Paul Zachary and Rich Briere from the city of Tulsa. Thank you guys for being here today. And Bobby Stem from AGC. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Coburn.
Coburn here.
Mr. Grimsley.
Grimsley here.
Mr. Shannon.
Here.
Mr. Frymiller.
Frymiller here.
Mr. McCowan.
McCowan here.
Mr. Dyson.
Dyson here.
Mr. Alexander.
Alexander present.
Mr. LaForge.
LaForge here.
Mr. Peterson.
Here. We have a unanimous vote. We'll move to the Secretary Gatz. You're recognized to introduce your special guest.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. And Mr. Chairman, we failed to recognize one of our most important visitors today. Representative Nicole Miller is with us in the House. She is Chairwoman of the Transportation Appropriations Subcommittee, so welcome, Chairwoman Miller. Also, I'd like to ask Steve Johnson and Anthony Delst to come forward to talk a little bit about some of our networking and team building exercises that they've been undertaking. So if you guys would come forward.
Members of the Commission, it's an honor to be here and thank you for having me. My name's Steve Johnson. I am founder of the Hoop Dreams Engineers Basketball Tournament, and we're in our 8th year. It was conceived as a fundraiser to raise funds for a mission trip to Guatemala, and it has since evolved into so much more thanks to the overwhelming support of most of the people behind me in this room. And it has evolved into an event that the champion of that year's tournament gets to decide what the charity would be the following year. And so this year we saw a record number of teams. We saw 15 teams enter the tournament. We had 16 sponsors, and we had one champion. Or actually 2 champions. We had a rec league and a competitive league, but the competitive league gets the traveling trophy as well as the charity for next year. And with that, I'd like to recognize Anthony and the ODOT Road Warriors, champions of the 2022 Hoop Dreams Tournament.
I wasn't expecting to make a speech. Just take a photo. Where's Russell? So, as you all know, basketball is a team sport, and I didn't win this alone. So if the team, you guys want to stand up? Some of the team members are here. They're sitting back there. This is our third time winning this trophy, and this is something we look forward to every year, and we appreciate CEC so much for allowing us to participate and be involved, and it's just a great honor to be a part of this event, and we look forward to it every year.
I believe you're the tallest guy on the team.
Sometimes. You haven't seen me play. Sometimes. But thank you. Appreciate you. We're doing a photo or? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
We have some commissioners on the team.
We've only got one commissioner that can play.
Get in and get in the picture.
I'm on TW's team. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Mr. Chairman, one more really important team-building exercise. So I would like to recognize Bobby Stem and Sean Davis to come up and talk a little bit about a softball game that we have been having. So, gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, as you know, softball is also a team sport, and I didn't lose this alone. So we're gonna make this really short and sweet. We have a great time. It's our second year to do it. We come together, play some softball. Last year was Red Hawk Stadium, I think it was. This year we went to the
Softball Hall of Fame.
Softball Hall of Fame. So great day, great afternoon, great folks. And as long as we keep scheduling it while your key players are off at a softball tournament somewhere else, it'll be a close loss on our part. So anyway, Sean, thank you. I appreciate you very much, man. I'll give this to you. No need for pictures. We got so many of that day. Anyway.
Sean, tell me if I don't take a picture.
Okay. One normal one.
There we go. Sean, go ahead and put your finger up there. Thank you, Joe.
I just want to say that this was a good time. We had a great field of players out there. It was a combination of ODOT and Turnpike Authority folks. We all came together to play against the contractors, and probably the best thing about that day is nobody got hurt. We all went home safe. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, before we start official business, T.W. Shannon is here.
Okay. Thank you.
Item number 134, this is the approval of the minutes of the Transportation Commission meeting on September the 6th of '22. It was continued for the last month meeting due to the lack of a majority. Do I have a motion for the approval of the minutes of that meeting?
So moved. Peterson.
Do I have a second?
Second, Coburn.
Any discussion? Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley abstain.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller,
Abstain.
Mr. McCowen,
Yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Abstain.
Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
Motion is carried. An announcement of votes. I think we had 6 yeses. Item number 148 is the minutes of the transportation meeting on October the 3rd. It was we need the approval of those minutes because we didn't have enough people at that meeting for approval. And so do I have a motion for approval for item number 148?
So moved. Peterson.
Second, Dyson.
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Abstain.
Mr. Freimiller,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
Abstain.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
Mr. LaForge,
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
Motion was approved. Consent docket contains items 149, 150, 151, 152, 153. If any commissioner would like to pull an individual item out of this discussion, he may do so at this time. Otherwise, I hear a motion. Do I hear a motion for approval of the consent docket?
Move the consent docket be approved. LaForge.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller,
Freimiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
Passed by unanimous vote. Item number 154 is programming item. Mr. Tigler, you're recognized to present.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, Mr. Secretary. Item 154 is my programming item this month. I have one of those. This is Tulsa County and Commission District 8. We are requesting to program a project to repair vehicle impact damage to State Highway 51 over South 145th East Avenue. The estimated cost of this project is $300,000, and the project can be ready for an April 2023 letting. The party responsible for the damage is also known. Try to answer any questions if you have any this morning.
Is the party responsible likely to be able to pay for that, Tim?
We usually, yes, if we can, and we'll check with the general counsel, but
I didn't know if it was a large company or,
I do not know that.
okay,
Yep.
all right. Okay.
Stay in the same.
You have heard the motion. Do I have a motion? You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for item number 154?
So move.
Peterson, second.
Any discussion? Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
Yes, McCown, yes.
Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
It passed by unanimous vote. Item number 155, engineering contracts. Mr. Tigler, you're recognized to continue.
Thank you. I have 7 parts on my engineering contracts this month. Part A is a statewide, all districts, on-demand environmental studies. We've selected 8 firms to provide this service, and they are Able Consulting, Amatera Environmental, C.H. Guernsey and Company, CC Environmental, CP&Y, Garver, Olson, and Stantec Consulting Services. Aggregate not to exceed amount is $1,600,000. Part B, statewide all districts, on-demand multi-dimensional design support services. We've selected 3 firms to provide this service. They are Freeze and Nichols, Garver, and Jacobs Engineering Group. The aggregate not to exceed amount for these 3 contracts is $1,500,000. Part C, statewide all districts, our on-demand scour data assessment and repair recommendations for our off-system bridges. These are for approximately 600 bridges, just so you're aware of that. Department has selected 4 firms to provide these services, and they are Burgess and Nyepel, Consor Engineers, Guy Engineering Services, and H.W. Lochner. The aggregate not to exceed amount for these 4 contracts is $1 million. Part D in Atoka County in District 2. The department has selected Cowan Group Engineering to prepare construction plans for US 75. Total not to exceed amount is $738,360. This project is in the 8-year construction work plan and a scheduled let date of 2030. Part E, Atoka County as well in District 2. We have selected HNTB Corporation to prepare construction plans for US 69. Total not to exceed amount is $864,265. This project is also in the 8-year construction work plan, scheduled let date of 2026. Part F in Bryan County, District 2. Department has selected Poe and Associates to prepare construction plans for US 70. Total not to exceed amount is $589,900. This project is in the 8-year construction work plan, scheduled let date of 2025. And finally, Part G in Pottawatomie County in District 3. The department has selected CEC Corporation to provide engineering and construction plans for I-40 US 177 interchange just west of Shawnee. Total not to exceed amount is $743,425, and this project is also in the 8-year construction work plan and let date for 2030. Approval is recommended, and try to answer any questions if you have any this morning.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item number 155?
Motion Dyson.
Do I have a
Second, Frymiller.
Any discussion? Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
And now, passed by unanimous vote. Chairman, I see item number 156 is engineering contract supplements. Mr. Tigler, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have 4 parts this month. Part A is Muskogee County in District 1. We have previously authorized MKEC Engineering for the construction plans of this interchange at 6216 US 64 State Highway 72 intersection. Supplement not to exceed amount is $13,200. This project is in the 8-year construction work plan in 2028. Part B in Garvin County in District 3. Previously authorized Cowan Group Engineering for construction plans on State Highway 19. Supplement not to exceed amount is $1,085,670. This project is also in the 8-year construction work plan and let date of 2027. Part C, Stevens County in District 7. Previously authorized Olson to do the engineering and construction plans for the Duncan Bypass interchange at Elk Avenue. Supplement not to exceed amount is $806,650. Project is in the 8-year construction work plan, scheduled let date in 2025. And finally, Part D in Tulsa County in District 8, previously authorized EST to prepare construction plans for US 169. Supplement not to exceed amount is $334,360.50. Project is included in the 8-year construction work plan, scheduled let date in 2022. Approval is recommended. Try to answer any questions if you have any this morning.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item number 156?
Peterson, so moved.
Frymiller, second.
Any discussion? Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCowen, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Passed by unanimous vote. Item number 157 is change orders for cumulative totals of $75,000 or less. Mr. Leonard, your
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, and Mr. Secretary. I'd like to present item number 157, parts A through W. These are change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders of $75,000 or less. This item is presented for your information only, but I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Are there any questions? No questions. Mr. Leonard, you're recognized to present items number 158, change orders cumulative greater than $75,000.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, item 158, parts A through double N. These are change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders greater than $75,000. Your approval is recommended, and I'd be glad to answer any questions.
You heard the presentation. Any questions? Do I have a motion for approval of item 158?
LaForge, I move for approval.
Second, Dyson.
Any discussion? Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Passed by unanimous vote. Item number 159 is proposed bid openings. Mr. Hackney, you are recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Item 159, proposed bid openings, consists of the final December 2022, the tentative January 2023, and the tentative February 2023 bid openings. The department recommends approval.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item number 159?
So moved, Grimsley.
Do I have a second?
Coburn, second.
Any discussion? Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
The vote passed by unanimous. Item number 160 is in addition to the Industrial Access Road Program. Mrs. Wheeler, you're recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission, Secretary Gatz. Item number 160 is an addition to the Industrial Access Road Program. The City of Enid is requesting approval for an industrial access project for Tachyon Energy. Tachyon is investing $33 million in the new facility and creating 80 full-time new jobs. This facility will be the nation's first commercial gearbox testing facility capable of handling wind turbine equipment and will provide service to existing wind farms within a 300-mile radius of Enid. Facility construction began in October 2022 and is expected to conclude in approximately September 2023. The proposed project begins at the intersection of State Highway 412 and South 54th Street and extends approximately 1 mile south to East Market Avenue. The City of Enid will be responsible for initiation, construction, and completion of all work associated with the project. The total cost of the project is estimated at $1,249,100. The department's participation in the project shall not exceed $954,779. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Who's making up the delta between the $1,249,000 and the ODOT's participation? Is that the city?
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I would just like to say that this program is paying some pretty good dividends. For the amount of money that's going in, I think we're getting some tremendous results back. It's really kind of making our transportation network a lot more efficient. But I do want to thank the legislature, Representative Miller and others for helping with this fund. It's working, so thank you.
Any other comments? You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 160?
Motion, Dyson.
Second, Alexander.
Do I have a second?
Bobby?
Okay, thanks, Bobby. Any discussion? Any further discussion? Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Passed by unanimous vote. Thank you. Item 161 is awards. Mr. Dels, you're recognized to present.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning. Item 161 will be our recommendations from the October 20th bid opening. It is recommended that the following items from the October 20th bid opening, referred to by call order, be awarded. This call order is 111, 122, 125, 127, 130, 145, 150, 160, 180, 190, 192, 195, 196, 197, 200, 210, 215, and 222. This concludes our recommendations for awards, and your approval is requested.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 161?
So moved.
LaForge, second.
Any discussion? Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller?
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Item passed unanimous. Thank you. Item 162 is the Director's Report. Secretary Gatz, you're recognized to present.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I want to start the Director's Report this morning on a little bit of a somber note. This morning I received word that former Transportation Commissioner and Turnpike Authority Board member Guy Berry passed away. And if we might, certainly recognize the Berry family for their service, their philanthropy in all across the state of Oklahoma. But Mr. Berry, again, served on the Transportation Commission and also served the Turnpike Authority Board. His mother, Barbara Berry, also served on the Transportation Commission, and now his nephew, Will Berry, is in service on the Turnpike Authority Board. So, again, Mr. Berry was such a big part of moving transportation forward in the state of Oklahoma, and we so much appreciate his service and the family's service. And if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to observe a short moment of silence in remembrance for Mr. Berry. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd ask that everyone keep the Berry family in your thoughts and prayers. So, talk a little bit about a event that has been going on for the last several years. It's a effort to bring together Oklahoma businesses primarily, but businesses from across the country that can provide services or products to the state of Oklahoma. And that comes in the form of a vendor expo. All three agencies from the Transportation Cabinet have been represented. That was conducted down at the Convention Center here in Oklahoma City. And one of the real benefits of it, again, is to bring everybody together in one place and allow that networking to happen. So vendors understand where we need services and understand what opportunities they have to be able to provide those for the state of Oklahoma. And it also helps us develop some of those networking relationships that are so valuable and gives an opportunity even for one-on-one visits. So that's just something I want to make the commission aware of. I think it's been extremely helpful and beneficial for the state, and something that had never seen done before, but I think it's proven to yield some results. So again, certainly want the commission to be aware of that. Had the opportunity on Wednesday of last week to participate in the US 281 Route 66 Bridgeport Bridge groundbreaking. You see some photography here a little bit. Lieutenant Governor was with us, along with Trait Thompson of the Historical Society, and I want to recognize Sean Davis for the job that he did out there. Very, very unique project. More than a 4,000-foot long bridge, 38 of those yellow trusses that you see there in the picture across that stretch. And the bridge is load posted, structurally deficient, needs some help, is a pretty important connector out there, river crossing over the South Canadian River. And extremely unique and well-developed project. We're going to take the truss structures off the bridge. The contractor is going to refurbish those, do a reconstruction on the bridge facility itself, and then reattach those trusses so it maintains that historic character for the future. About a 2-year-long project. Very exciting time for the Route 66 in general across the state because of the coming centennial in 2026. But again, we will look forward to going out there after a very successful project and having a little bit of a ribbon cutting here in a couple of years, and that'll be a great run-up to the centennial celebration in 26. With us today, we have Andrea Ball with the Oklahoma Transit Association. I invite her to work her way to the microphone. But I had the opportunity to go down for the unveiling of the Rolling Oklahoma Classroom, which is the bus that you see parked out front of the transportation building here. Very unique grant opportunity and an incredible mission. So with that, I'd like to invite Andrea up to the microphone, Mr. Chairman, and let her talk a little bit about what that's going to mean for our future. So, Andrea?
Thank you, Secretary Gatz. Thank you, Commissioners, for letting us come in today. As Secretary Gatz said, we have a one-of-a-kind project here in Oklahoma, and we're very excited about the opportunity to tell you about it. The Rolling Oklahoma Classroom launched last week as a project of the Oklahoma Transit Association. It's a mobile classroom it's what happens when private and public partnerships collaborate. With federal grant support from the FTA and Grand Gateway EDA, the OTA, along with every transit agency in the state, has 3 goals for the Rock Bus. 1, we will educate the public on the benefits of public transit through interactive talks, tours of the bus about ridership opportunities. And so many people don't realize that transit is within a mile of most people in Oklahoma, 99% of our population, and we really would love the opportunity to educate on that. Secondly, we'll highlight opportunities in transit careers that are available in rural, tribal, and urban areas. Next, we will visit transit agencies, schools, and any public events along the state to have training and certification on things like wheelchair securement for transit drivers. And thirdly, the bus will be used to educate on the problems with human trafficking. Of course, as you all know, Oklahoma, this is an especially important thing given our interstate system is a crossroads of America. We have art displays and educational information on what to do if people encounter transit and encounter trafficking, and how to utilize transit and how it is utilized in trafficking and how to put a stop to it. Next week, the bus will head to Great Plains Votech in Frederick to train medical classes, and will also stop in Lawton during their public transit meetings. So we're already off to an exciting start, and we certainly invite each of you to take this information back to your areas and ask the bus to come to those areas. We would love to visit every transit agency and every local and state area that we can. Finally, it goes without saying that the Rolling Oklahoma Classroom would not be possible without our strong partnership with ODOT, and we are so very thankful for the support of Secretary Gatz and his staff on that. So we invite each of you to please go outside. We are parked directly in front of the building. If you haven't had a chance, please go outside after the meeting and take a look at the bus. And if you want to learn more, it's oklahomatransit.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea, and really impressive work that's been done there. And again, congratulations to that team. Because again, it's another example of what Oklahoma does. We leverage resources across all of the entities that were engaged and involved in developing and bringing that forward to a successful end to obtain a federal transit grant. So congratulations to all involved. Really look forward to what that bus is going to be a part of and provide for us going forward. And the human trafficking side of it is so, so important. We have got to continue to put a primary focus on that. That's something that the Transportation Cabinet and all the agencies are committed to. It gets back to that see something, say something concept. So if you see something that doesn't look quite right, you're always better off to bring that forward and maybe point it out to law enforcement or others that can potentially check into it and do something about it. And, you know, it's not just something that happens on the fringes. It is ingrained in everything that we do, and we've got a responsibility to keep an eye out for each other. So, again, congratulations to that team for putting that bus and that message together. Winter weather is upon us. You know, Ida Bell in the southeast area of Oklahoma City is in our thoughts and prayers, Commissioner. Rough weather down there. Really nothing worse than a late fall tornado, and certainly we're available to try to help with any assistance and continue to provide assistance in southeast Oklahoma. But the reminder here is winter weather is upon us. We've got a freeze warning coming up and potential for some freezing precipitation coming. So we want to certainly carry that safety message to the traveling public. One of the tools that we use and we've developed is a brochure that we'll be handing out through the district offices, through the travel information centers, and through some of our tag agency partners that talks about winter weather preparations. And again, it's so important for us to be ready, even though we're still experiencing some mid-70s and high 80-degree temperatures. Winter weather is on its way, and we're soon going to start to see some snowplow work. It did snow in the Panhandle in that same storm that moved through last week, so this is coming, and we want everybody to be ready. And part of that includes not only looking out for the folks that we've got out there trying to make travel conditions better in the trucks, but it also includes being prepared, making sure that you've got some bottled waters, maybe some extra blankets, some food in the vehicle with you, especially if you're traveling in times where inclement weather has been predicted. And certainly this time of year, as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, which is one of the biggest travel days, we can often have bad weather for Thanksgiving. So pay attention and be as safe as possible out there. But again, this brochure will be helpful to everybody, and they'll also be posted on our website. So appreciate the Commission's consideration this morning of some pretty important projects. We have a continuation of our wrong-way detection system on the I-40 Western Corridor. As the Commission knows, we've been working on improving technology, taking advantage of some new countermeasures that we've got available to us at the interchange locations along the interstate. This is just the next phase of that happening in the I-40 corridor. Really, that's focused on trying to make sure that we're giving everybody the opportunity to make a mistake and maybe have a chance to recover from it. So again, it's extra effort to try to tell folks that they are headed in the wrong direction down the interstate. Also, extra effort to try to make sure that at some point we might be able to warn law enforcement that somebody has entered the travel way and is headed in the wrong direction. So work continues around that, and we appreciate your consideration. Also, this morning, we have a State Highway 20 project in Rogers County that's part of the State Highway 20 realignment. That will go on the south side of Claremore, connect ultimately in a partnership over to the Will Rogers Turnpike at Flint Road. And this is just the next phase of a project that really, when it's completed, will provide a new grade separation. The Burlington Northern Santa Fe has a railroad operation through Claremore that it carries a lot of train traffic, causes a lot of problems, and having another grade separation in that area is extremely important for Claremore. It also provides the opportunity to have a different route to travel in the Claremore area that doesn't necessarily take you into the downtown part of Claremore. So exciting project there, estimated to start in late 2023 and have about a 2 or 2.5 year time frame. So we're looking forward to getting that project going. US 283 in Jackson County is a shouldering project south of Altus. That's a half a mile north of the Red River to State Highway 5 junction. And that's going to add 8-foot shoulders on that rural 2-lane and resurface 283 between State Highway 5 and the Red River. The project is in a 3-project series, and again, is really focused on putting shoulders on those rural 2-lane highways where we see some of those safety problems that we've talked so often about. So excited about having that project moving forward. Some upcoming events on Thursday this week. We will be in Sealing on US 270 and 183 for ribbon cutting. That's the next phase of the widening project to get the US 270, 183 corridor widened all the way from I-40 to Woodward. We've got about 3 projects in that series left, but we're making good progress, Commissioner Alexander. Work is not done yet. We've got to stay the course and continue to make those investments. But again, the traffic conditions in that corridor certainly warrant, and we'll continue our work till we get completed. Another upcoming event that I want to recognize is the Environmental Excellence Awards presented by our partner, Keep Oklahoma Beautiful. That is on Friday, November the 18th, and that awards banquet is a really tremendous event where Keep Oklahoma Beautiful recognizes the efforts of communities and other organizations that are focused on making Oklahoma better, keeping Oklahoma clean. The partnership that transportation has and enjoy with Keep Oklahoma Beautiful is really focused on keeping the right-of-way in as good a shape as we can. They pick up tons and tons of litter every year, and we are really pleased to be in a partnership with Keep Oklahoma Beautiful and value that partnership. And also want to call your attention to an event on November the 22nd, Tuesday, at I-40 in Douglas. We're going to do a groundbreaking on the new interchange out there that will soon be known as U.S. Senator James Inhofe Interchange. And that was a more than $170 million project at I-40 in Douglas. As you have heard us discuss before, Douglas Boulevard will become a new primary access point for Tinker Air Force Base. That interchange is extremely critical to moving traffic in the area, and we're pretty excited to get that project started. And at that groundbreaking event, it'll give us an opportunity to recognize Senator Inhofe for his exceptional contributions to transportation, not just in the state of Oklahoma, but across this nation. And being there at Tinker Air Force Base is also fitting for his contributions to armed services and keeping our military strong. So again, wanted to make the commission aware of that. Your attendance is certainly welcomed, and look forward to kicking off a good project there at the Douglas Interchange location. With that, Mr. Chairman, I would stand for any questions that the commission might have or any business that the commission has remaining to conduct.
I would just like to say thank you to the employees of ODOT for the hard work they put in on the route to Woodward to Oklahoma City, and also our contractors that are here. It's been a 20-year project or more probably getting that road done, and we're so excited out there, it's unbelievable to be 95% complete probably. So, and also I'd like to thank Division 5 for working with us on a lot of the road that's in their division. Thank all y'all so much.
And, yeah, Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, last month I made some comments, because we had a remarkable project happen with Trent January, Haskell Lemon, and we're literally over the weekend, they did something that was remarkable. And so I made the comment that sometimes they're engineering wizards, and that was an example of an engineering wizard, I thought. And so Bobby Stem followed up afterwards, and he said, you can't just proclaim that, you need to have something more tangible if you're going to say that. So we do have something. And initially, we were going to make the wizard hat the safety orange, but it would look too much like a safety cone, so it's purple now. But we do have this. I'm going to give this to Commissioner Freemiller, actually, since both of all this is in his division. They've set a very high bar, so the other contractors and everyone else, it's a high bar, so it may stay with them for a while, but maybe we can have this as a revolving award. When you pull off that amazing wizardry, we will hopefully recognize that. So,
Commissioner, if you would come down, and Commissioner Grimsley. I think we've got Rick Howland here with us, and Trenton is out of pocket, but if we get Rick to come up and maybe Bobby. Do we have anybody with Haskell with us today?
I don't want Trent to know anything to do with it.
Mr. Secretary, did you ask for Bobby Stem to be in the picture? Oh. Okay. Well, I'd like to ask him to be in it, please. You're welcome.
Commissioners, thank you so much for that recognition. That may become an annual award. We'll incorporate that into our innovation, so. Other questions, comments?
If there's no other questions or comments, do I hear a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Freimiller, yes.
Mr. McCowen?
McCowen, yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge?
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes. We had a unanimous vote, and before I say we're adjourned, I'd like to just thank everyone for coming today. We have great attendance and appreciate all of you being here, and we are adjourned.